All right, hello everybody, Zaxter99. I am here on my lunch break today. Finally, just downloaded the big hyped final trailer for the day before. So I haven't yet watched it. I'm going to be reacting to this live, or live for me anyway, in this video that I'm recording. And you guys will be able to see my reactions live to this video. I saw that it's a very short video. It's only like 3 or 4 minutes long. I'm kind of really surprised that it's so short. So hopefully they made it nice, short, and sweet. But I'm going to be reacting to it. Now, one thing I did notice, guys, before I actually came up on my lunch break today, is on my first break, I did go to the Steam page, and I did see that as of today, because I know I looked last night, when I uploaded the previous video on the day before. It was the first video I've ever done on the day before, but I did do a video on the day before last night, and the day before was not up on Steam last night. So the day before has returned to Steam, so it looks like they've basically worked out the whole trademark lawsuit thing, and Steam kicked the day before off of Steam because of the trademark dispute that was going on. And evidently, somebody had made a calendar app like a year after Fantastic and Mytona Fantastic, I guess the publisher, a year after they come out with this game and announced it in January of 2021. I guess somewhere around early 2022, some guy in Korea made a calendar app and named it the day before as well, and went and got that a trademark on it. So then there was a trademark dispute that guy filed, trying to prevent this game, or probably trying to make money, honestly, from the developers of this game. Whatever it was, uh, Fantastic and Mytona, whoever it was, they got that dispute settled. So who knows if they paid that guy off or what to keep the name. I don't think they did. I think they actually got approved in Korea first, and then that actually helped them get the name approved for their game application here, rather than a calendar application approved here in the States. I don't know a whole lot about that, but we can see clearly that the day before has returned to Steam as of this morning here on November the 1st. And now I can see that it has a release date of December the 7th, so 2023. So I can already clearly see that I was wrong in my prediction that this final video would put the date off. I think I said 6 to 8 months is what I predicted. Yeah, I figured they'd put it off until April or June or something like that of next year. And then I also expected them to start, selling like rights to play in the play testing before it launched for some amount of money. Is kind of what I expected. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and watch the video without further ado. Now that we know it's back up on Steam, we know the release date. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit play. Trailer starts now. The day before.
The Day Before offers a uniquely reimagined journey into post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival. Artfully developed by Fantastic and brought to you by the publisher Mytona. The open world of The Day Before is beautiful and richly detailed, set in the present day on the U.S. East Coast, following a deadly pandemic.
Welcome to New Fortune City.
The game begins after you are rescued by the survivors of the Woodbury colony, your new refuge and safe home.
From now on, the doors of Woodbury will always be open to you.
But first, you will create your unique character. Select a personality, choose a gender.
Okay, so right here we basically start in a East Coast city here in America. We have an apocalypse, we know that. It says a beautiful, rich, vibrant world or whatever. The apocalypse is zombie apocalypse. It's kind of what we expected here. And because it's an MMO online, you would expect to be able to create your own character creation. That isn't anything that I don't think we would, if it didn't have this, we would definitely feel like it was leaving something very important out. So I think this is kind of to be expected. But we have personality, general skin, makeup, and hair. Yeah, it looks like a pretty basic character generation. But because it does use the Unreal Engine, it looks like it's pretty powerful. Looks like you have a lot of options. and a lot of customization with how you look. So I guess that's good.
And customize every detail, immersing yourself in our vision of post-apocalyptic America. Woodbury survivors are working to rebuild the community, constantly needing supplies, building materials, and various items. Your main task is to bring as much valuable loot as possible, and in return, you'll be rewarded with the local currency known as Woodbury coins.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators. And remember, dangers are everywhere here, ranging from the vicious infected to other players who are ready to take everything from you.
Okay, so with that, we basically said we start in this city and we earn. I didn't like the name of the currency. What was the name of the currency?
Woodbury survivors are working to rebuild the community.
Okay, so Woodbury is the name of the town that you start in. Your starting city. You have a community there. It's probably going to be a safe house where you can't be attacked by other players, I'm guessing. And
Constantly needing supplies, building materials, and various items. Your main task is to bring as much valuable loot as possible. And in return, you'll be rewarded with the local currency known as Woodbury coins.
okay, so Woodbury coins is that's kind of a cheesy name for the currency, but Woodbury coins, I guess that's fine. So you start in the starting location, Woodbury. Probably going to be safe from PvP, I would guess. And it sounds like your task is to bring back supplies to Woodbury. So basically what they're going to be having is a bunch of basic quests. Hey, go out and retrieve, 100 wood. Go out and retrieve this. Go out and retrieve that. Bring it back, and I'll give you 100 Woodbury coins, or 1,000 Woodbury coins, or whatever. So basic MMO type quests, as you would expect. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to be doing a quest. Sounds like an MMO to me.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators.
More survival type things you would expect in any survival or apocalypse type game. Even solo developers who make these kind of games definitely have thirst and hunger, and health is to be expected. So that's nothing, breaking the whole. It's nothing breaking out of what we'd expect from a survival MMO. It's pretty standard.
And remember, dangers are everywhere here, ranging from the vicious infected to other players who are ready to take everything from you.
Okay, so one thing I like here that I'm seeing is it looks like there's quite a bit of recoil on these guns.
To other players.
Look at the recoil. I like
who
that.
Are ready to take everything from you. We've designed survival.
And so other players are ready to take everything from you. So what you means is you got full loot PvP. So you're outside of probably the main town, just like a PvP MMO. If you die to another player, they're going to be able to loot all your shit. Okay.
In this world to be a thrilling experience. The weapons, which can be modified, are made with maximum realism to ensure that combat remains deep and engaging at all times. Each weapon boasts unique characteristics, as well as realistic reload and recoil mechanics.
Okay, so this is one thing to be saying it here in a teaser or a trailer. It's another thing to see how this actually works in a online game. Is it actually going to work as good as what they're, demonstrating here in the teaser? Is it actually going to work this good when the game launches? That's yet to be discovered. It looks good though.
Completing various community tasks also presents an opportunity to earn Woodbury coins.
Well, who do I see here? How's it going, my friends?
Woodbury coins can...
Okay, so again, they're just talking about the basic quests inside Woodbury to earn Woodbury coins. And they go through and show you that you have a little tablet where you can go in and see what your tasks are. So this is pretty much just like hitting Q or your quests or whatever on your keyboard, or your J for journal a lot of times, and seeing what these are and being able to accept these quests. Special issues, so they want you to go in and find insulin or find inhalers or whatever. And if you get all three of these items, then you're going to get 400 Woodbury coins. This is just like another MMO, like World of Warcraft or whatever. Hey, go out and get me a wolf tongue, a spider web, and, a bat wing or whatever. You accept that quest, you do it. Yeah, it's, pretty much the same thing as any standard MMO quest. Nothing to write home about.
Tasks also presents an opportunity to earn Woodbury coins.
Well, well, who do I see here? How's it going, my friends?
Woodbury coins can be exchanged for ammo, from regular to armor-piercing, weapons, protective equipment, backpacks, food, drinks, and medicines. Spa access to relax, and a gym to work out.
Okay. So basically it said here that you can buy basically stuff. You can buy armor, you can buy weapons and ammo and food and medicine with your Woodbury coins. Again, pretty standard MMO type stuff, pretty standard RPG type stuff there. The only thing that's a little confusing here is right here.
Drinks and medicines. Spa access to relax.
Spa access to relax and a gym to work out. That's a little confusing. Is that just like to have chillax time in a safe environment where you could have conversations or meet people or, just chill out and be safe from zombies and other players? That's what it sounds like.
And a gym to work out. Safeguard your accumulated items by storing them in secure storage.
Okay. So you have a bank box. Again, standard stuff for any MMO.
Exchange Woodbury coins for cars to swiftly collect loot and access distant, hard-to-reach locations.
Okay, so this is the same as like a fantasy MMO, being able to buy a horse or a mount to quickly get from one place to another by using cars. That makes sense for this type of MMO. Absolutely, fast travel. Again, standard stuff for any MMO.
You will receive your own ranch, where you can purchase and upgrade houses, as well as install furniture and decorations.
All right, a lot of MMOs have the ability to have your own home. So here, it looks like they give everybody their own cabin. You can spend your Woodbury coins to buy furniture and set your furniture anywhere in the house that you want. I think I would honestly prefer, rather than just having a cabin the exact same size. So it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to have everybody be able to have a cabin the same size as everybody else. And maybe there will be a couple of different options on sizes, but I'm guessing it'll all be the same. So everybody will just have probably an instance cabin that they can go to set the furniture out and chill out, maybe invite some friends over or a friend over. And have an instant safe home, if you would. I think I would much prefer to be able to go out and chop down trees, kind of like Rust, if you would, and be able to find a plot of land and have a house, that I can actually build myself, or a base I can build myself. I can build it however big I want and furnish it however I want out in the real world. Of course, with something like that, just like Rust, then you're offline, maybe your house can get broken into or raided or whatever. But this doesn't really excite me here, just having an instance log cabin that you can decorate with furniture. I mean, it's alright, but it's pretty typical, pretty standard MMO type stuff. Nothing really here to get excited about, in my opinion. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments below. I can see we're almost done with this video.
The ranch serves as your cozy, safe oasis amidst the post-apocalyptic chaos. Welcome to the next generation of post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival games like never before. Immerse yourself in the day before.
The Day Before, early access December 7.
All right, so one thing I definitely like is looking at how big the city looks. I wonder right now if this city is this actual big. Like, this obviously isn't Woodboro or whatever the name of that town is. But if there's a city this big, it does make me wonder right off the bat, how laggy is this going to be, especially if there's 100 people or 50 people or whatever, 50 players in a city this big with all this shit to load in to, your screen. So I don't know if I believe that there's actually going to be a city that big. It looks cool for a trailer, but I think I'm calling BS on this, because having somebody's computer be able to load in all this shit sounds like 2 FPS city to me, lag out city to me. So I'm calling BS on the scope of the city size here. I don't think this is going to be in the game. So I gotta say, guys, I was really hoping, and I even predicted it. I said that I think they're going to come out with a kick-ass trailer that's going to be as good or better than the early 2021 teaser videos they made back then. There is no way in hell this video is better than what they pumped out back in January of 2021 or in April of 2021 with those first two teaser trailers that were each like, what, 10 minutes long? I think one was like 10 minutes long, one was 13 minutes long or something like that. This is nowhere near as good as those were. This looks like pretty standard stuff for an MMO. And guys, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of skepticism as well, especially after seeing this right here. So, first of all, if it launches next month, December 7th, and I'll be there playing it to, check it out. My heart tells me, guys, that this is going to be a dumpster fire when it launches. Because I don't think they've done any beta testing yet. How are they going to launch an MMO without any kind of beta testing at all? Now, maybe they've had some in-house beta testing with their supposed developers they were, not paying any money to. So what do they have? 15, 20, maybe 50 people testing a game? That is not nearly enough beta testers to test a game of this scope that's likely to have. How many people is it going to have when it launches next month? With the hype behind this game, I would expect tens of thousands, maybe even over 100,000 people playing it in the first couple of days. So how the hell are 50 people, doing an in-house beta test, going to test a game that is likely to have tens of thousands, maybe even over 100,000 people playing the game when it launches? I expect an absolute dumpster fire when this game launches, even as basic and standard of an MMO as I was saying it was. I kept pausing and saying, hey, this is pretty standard MMO stuff. It's cool because it's an apocalypse. It's not like the typical fantasy type MMO that we've seen with World of Warcraft and so many others over the years. But even as standard as it looks, yeah, I expect a massive dumpster fire simply because, as far as we know, there hasn't been any beta testing done, public beta testing with this game. And they only have 5 weeks to launch it. I think you'd be a fool not to expect a dumpster fire with this game. So, will they be able to take the money they make from the pre-orders? I see it's $39 to pre-order it. When it's going to launch on December 7th, it's going to be $39 to order it in early access. $49 if you wait 6 months or a year, whenever it comes out of early access, once it's a full release. $50. So all I gotta say is thank God for the Steam refund policy, which gives you 2 weeks and 2 hours of game time to refund the shit if it's not great, if it's not running good in your machine, if it's full of bugs and doesn't really have any content, or if it's simply not fun. So I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be buying this and giving you guys, my experience with probably the full 2 hours of gameplay, and then I'll make a decision. Hey, am I going to keep this, or am I refunding this stupid shit? So that'll be something I'll be doing on December 7th, and I know a lot of other people will be taking advantage of that opportunity to test the game and see if they think it's worth it to them come launch day in December. Another question I have is, Fantastic has a history now of delaying the game. So first it was delayed the game. They delayed it from June of 2022 to March of 2023. That's because they were upgrading the game from the Unreal Engine 4 to the Unreal Engine 5. I think that's a pretty solid excuse and reason for delaying the game. And then, I don't really like the fact that they didn't get the trademark on the day before when they, before they launched it on Steam or put it up on Steam and started making those teaser videos about it back in January of 2021. How do you expect to launch such a big game and not get your game trademarked for a game of this scope? I find that as I see that as unresponsible, non-action. Yeah, they weren't very responsible with not getting that name trademarked and then having to deal with the whole name trademark dispute that they had and having their game kicked off of Steam for that. So that one's a little less excusable, I feel like, having to delay it from March of 2023 until now to deal with that whole trademark dispute. But hey, at least they did win that, and they got their name back, and they got it back up on Steam. So congratulations to Fantastic and to the publisher, who is it, Maitana. So congratulations to you guys for getting your name back and getting back up on Steam. But now the real test comes. You know, are you guys actually going to deliver on December 7th? Or are you going to come up with another reason or an excuse or some reason to delay the game into 2024, you know, a week or days before December 7th hits? We'll see. You know, time will tell. But again, I don't have a lot of hope for this game, seeing how there has been no public beta testing for this game. And a game that's probably going to have tons of people trying to play it. I expect a complete meltdown with no testing done. So I'm just being completely honest, guys. We've already had one major meltdown already with Dead Matter, which I reviewed back in September, and it was an absolute hot mess. And to be honest, I expect this to probably be even worse than Dead Matter if I just had to bet money. But we will see. December 7th, 2023. I know I'll be there, and I know so many of you guys will be there as well. But I gotta say, as far as this whole Flash trailer today, I was expecting this video today to be a lot more hype-inducing, if you would. I expected it to be a lot better, look a lot better, and get people a lot more excited. I know I'm not that excited after seeing this trailer today. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to play this game. It's going to be a dumpster fire. And even if it does run halfway okay, it looks like it's going to be pretty standard, typical MMO type stuff. So I think the biggest thing that I saw that I liked the most was the kickback and the recoil in the shooting the gun action that we saw in the trailer. Everything else, And again, I don't think the visual quality or the quality of the game is even close to what we saw with the first two videos back in 2021 that they launched years ago. So yeah. So I want to know what you guys have to say about this and my reactions. What are your reactions to the day before and their final trailer? Are you excited for the day before? Be sure to put it down in the comments below. You guys expect a dumpster fire on December 7th like I do? Are you guys expecting yet another delay like I think is very possible? Or are you guys actually believing the hype? Are you guys taking that copium and believe that the day before is going to be a fantastic new survival zombie MMO when it launches just 5 weeks from now? I would love to know, guys. Put it down in the comments below. Be sure you rate my video. This has been Zaxxer99. I got to get back to work, but we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.